As somebody who's worked from industry to industry all through corporate America, from being a realtor, to being white collar to being blue collar, I think corporate America should absolutely be destroyed, right? I hated probably every single place that I've worked, right? And usually it had nothing to do with the job, right? It usually rarely had anything to do with the job. In actuality, if I could do the job in peace, if I could do the job without management messing with me, if I could do the job without other employees getting on my nerves, if I could do the job without uh, customers getting on my nerves, I could do the job. But it turns out, that most of my problems came from the people themselves, usually the employees. 99% of the time, it was the employees who were giving me a hard time, aka management, aka supervisors, aka trainers, right? People who were supposed to be there to lead. And I've talked about this many times before, man, right? You have so many people, men especially, 40s, 50s, 60s, who are supposed to be leading, who are supposed to be, guiding the next generation of men into the new world. But I'll tell you just like this, most of them are BIHs, man. Most of them are bitches. Most of them don't have life figured out. Most of them are hating on the younger generation. And man, I seen this junk year after year, right? Sometimes I did check myself. Oh, let me see if it's me. Let me see if I'm doing something wrong. Let me see if I need to change something about myself. And it never worked because I tried two strategies, right? I tried being a nice guy, tried opening up, tried to be friendly with people, and that seemed to never work, right? That seemed to never work. So I tried a different direction. I also tried being quiet. I also tried minding my business. I also tried not being friendly, not talking to people. And of course, the less you talk, the more people wonder about you, the more people trying to see what you're up to. They think you're hiding something. They think that you're better than them, so on and so forth. Man, corporate America, the corporate job structure as it stands today is a bunch of baloney, man. And I believe it should be eradicated. If I can help, like this is how much I hate, corporate America. This is how much I hate the people that I've ever worked for. And yes, if you watching this, I'm talking to your bitch ass, right? This is how much I hate every single body that I've worked for. And then let me tell you this too, right? They will stifle your growth, right? This is something that has happened to me, recently, right? This current job that I have, they will stifle your growth if you're not willing to suck up the people. If you're not willing to bow down to people, if you just want to mind your business, if you just want to do the job and then go home, people will use that against you, man. They will very well use that against you, right? And then of course, if you look like you're somebody, man, right? If you got that aura about yourself, if you look like you're supposed to be doing something different, if you look like, you just supposed to be, I don't know, on top of the world, you taking care of yourself, you're not really stressing about the job. You don't Your whole life is not dictated about by that job, right? You working out, you're eating healthy, man, people gonna hate on you, man. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you're a good looking person, if you're a good looking individual, man or woman, if you're a good looking person, then you have that aura, you take care of yourself, right? You eat healthy and do all those things. Listen, you don't belong in that 9 to 5 corporate structure. I'm telling you this right now. You don't belong in that 9 to 5 corporate structure. Most of the people who occupy 9 to 5 roles are normal, everyday, normal NPC looking as, grudging looking as mofos, right? Both men and women, right? Let them have it, man. Let them have it, right? Just like ugly people were they were dealt certain cards. Listen, good looking people, in shape people, right? Resilient people. They were also handed a set of cards as well. You were handed your set of cards. I was handed my set of cards, right? I finally determined, right? Not finally determined, but this has been, I've known this for some years now, but you also have to grind your way out, right? If you weren't handed a silver spoon or anything like that, Listen, you got to grind your way out. You can't just hop out and become an entrepreneur. You can't just hop out and become an influencer. You can't just hop out and do whatever you want to. No, you still got to grind your way out. And I've been grinding my way out for years, man, because I just knew, man. I hated the positions I was in so much, even if they paid good money, right? Not saying that, at least I was getting paid a good amount of money, right? I can only imagine not getting paid uh, uh, some money, so a good piece of change, and then having to deal with people at work. Man, please, right? Man, please, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with getting paid good, right? That's how bad it is. And like I was saying, people will stifle your growth, right? I feel like there's certain people like trainers and things like that, people who could otherwise teach you some things, right? Just because you're not in with the crowd, right? Or you look a certain way, right? You're not a dorky looking ninja, or you know what I'm saying? Just you look like you just above the status quo, man. Listen, they'll try to stifle your growth. There's a lot of things that I could probably be doing better, right? At my current job, if only, you know, trainers and supervisors would, do their jobs, right? And, like I said, I've experienced this, time and time again. They will literally withhold information, they will literally withhold knowledge. And you got to understand, these people, this is all they know, right? Their 9 to 5 job is all they know, right? That corporate lifestyle, whatever, blue collar lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, man. That's all they know. They don't know anything else. They don't live for anything else. Right? They've been getting up Monday through Friday, Saturday through Sunday, every single day, going to that same old job for the past 20, 30 years, for the past 15 years, for the past 10 years. That's all they know, right? That's all that some people know how to do. They can't do anything else. So when you come along, man, when you're doing something different, right? Or they can sense that you're doing something different, right? They can sense that you're not supposed to be here. There's been plenty of times, man, people will walk up to me and be like, man, what are you doing here? I remember this homeless guy. This homeless guy. He walked up to me, and he was asking me about my dreams and goals and stuff. Usually, I don't share to just regular people on the street my dreams and goals. And he was just like, "Man, you look like you just supposed to be doing something much bigger than what you was doing." And that, mind you, I was in my uniform at the time. He was just like, "Man, you look like you should be doing something bigger than what you should be doing." That's not the first time I've heard that. I've heard that over time. Many people have told me that, man, you just look like you just meant for something greater. And, I mean, just look at where I'm at right now, man. I mean, this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. Just look at where I'm at, just chilling rooftop, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, man. Got the ocean view right here. I can see the ships in the distance, high rises in the distance right here, too. And we're just sitting right here, you know, the sun is not out. So it's pretty cool right now. But this is just the beginning, of what I'm meant to do. And I've always known this for years, but I kind of made this video for the guys and gals, who stuck at that 9 to 5 job right now. First and foremost, given what's all going on, man, y'all better go ahead and jump ship. Go ahead and stack you about 10 racks. Go ahead and stack you about 10 racks and go ahead and jump ship, right? A lot of those jobs that y'all working anyway is not even worth it. You don't have no real position, right? A lot of y'all are just waiting to get replaced. You dealing with stupid supervisors. You're dealing with stupid managers. You're dealing with people in leadership positions who are over you, who are not qualified for those said positions, and they're trying to tell you what to do. Man, it's all over the place, right? You just waiting on them to replace you at this point. You might as well go ahead and jump ship. Go ahead and cash in on that 401k if you got one. Go ahead and stack you some, a pretty penny, right? Have a plan, of course. I'm not telling you to jump without no plan. Don't jump without a plan. You still got to jump with some kind of life jacket. Still got to jump with some kind of parachute, right? So it can, soften the fall. But, man, go ahead and jump because today's structure, today's 9 to 5 structure is just not worth it, right? It's not worth sacrificing your mental health. It's not worth sacrificing your physical health. And just look at the people who you work around, man. Right? A lot of the people that y'all work around, all bent up out of shape. Half of them are crazy too. Half these motherfuckers are crazy. Right? Imagine waking up dang near 20 years of your life, 10 years of your life, every single day you got to go to that job because you can't find nothing else to do. Right? That's a sad existence, man. I don't know how Gen X and boomers and everybody else did it. Maybe they loved their jobs back then, but man, that sounds so goddamn depressing. I could never do that. I could never do that. And from the jump, man, from the jump of me even getting in the workforce, I'm just like, people do this day in, day out, all of their life. I've always questioned it, right? I've always questioned it. Like, this is what people are doing every single day of their life for 50 years, Ninja? For 50 years? I was like, no, absolutely not. That sounds, if that's not an insane asylum, I don't know what is, Ninja. If that's not insanity, I don't know what is. That sounded to me like you go straight from high school to the insane asylum, right? You go straight from high school into the insane asylum. Man, please, I can't do that. That's insanity. That's literally the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. And that's essentially what I was doing for the past 2 years at the current job that I'm at, and I'm about to leave, actually. At the current job that I'm about to leave, just doing the same thing over and over again. It was nothing, right? Like, you feel empty, right? It doesn't do anything for you. And I think it all should be destroyed, to be honest with you. I think it all should be destroyed. I used to feel sorry. I used to feel sorry for some of the NPCs, right? I used to feel sorry for people, but now I'm like, based on how I've seen a lot of people treat me, I want it all destroyed, right? I want I want it all to fall, right? I want the whole structure to fall, right? And I'll develop my own system. You should be developing your own system as well. Develop your own systems and processes, right? The future belongs to the systems thinkers, right? If you can't think in terms of systems, you out of there, right? You got to think in terms of systems. You got to think in terms of processes. Your whole life, every time you wake up, it should be systemized. Every single step that you make, everything that you do, every single hour of the day, it should be systemized. There should be a process to everything. But yeah, I want it all destroyed. I want it all to come down. I want it all to come down. Well, Tap, you should have some sympathy and some empathy. Fuck them. What about fuck them, Ninja? Fuck them. Right? You got people who willfully try to destroy me. You got people who try to shit on my name. You got people who threw dirt on my name. You got people who wanted me out. Nah, fuck them. And if I got anything to do with the future, I'll make sure all of that shit is destroyed. Guarantee it. If I can have any say so in where America, the job market, corporatization is trending, if I could develop things as well, and I could really see or develop something that can trend the other way, listen, I want it all gone. I want it all destroyed. I believe it should be destroyed. That's what I believe. Because it's too much bull crap that goes on in there. Right? You got people stabbing other people behind. It's really a war zone. That's what corporate America is. That's what the current 9-to-5 system is. It's a war zone. Right? It's rarely about work, more so about war. Right? Every single time you go into work, you at war. Right? You got to wake up. You got to fight bosses. You got to fight supervisors and managers. You got to play politics. Some people don't like you. Some people may like you. Most probably don't like you. You got to play around that not to get fired, right? You got to probably suck up to some people just so you can get by. Some people got it worse than others. Man, it's a whole shit show. And, people claim that it's just a shit show. It's just a shit show. And now that I'm in a position that I'm in now, where I can really take some time to really you know, just chill a little bit. Not chill, but, really think about things, think on things, you know, it's really good for me. And I think more people should take time like this to think and to live on their own terms. Because ain't nobody going to be on their deathbed saying, I wish I would have worked more. I wish I would have kept that job. Right? Nobody gonna be on their deathbed saying that. Life goes on. Right? You lose a job, oh well, man. All right, that's the kind of time I'm on. You lose a job, oh well. Oh well. Fuck it. Learn a new skill. Start a business, right? This is the time for the system builders, right? And this is the time for the entrepreneurs. Do something. Pick up a skill. Do something, man. But this was just a little venting or whatever. Whoever this message was for, it was for you. So if it hit you, let it hit. Do something about it. Right? That's all I have for you guys today. Listen, the after pill is the ideology. The escape blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live. In purpose, in freedom, and in power. Listen, if you want more knowledge and more wisdom, you want to learn how to build systems, you want to change your mindset, are you thinking about leaving the U.S. as well? You want more insight on that? You want to join an intense group of men? We're also allowing women, but if you want to join an intense group of men who are headed in the same direction as you are, listen, come and join the inner circle. Come and join the family. Come and join the Patreon. Link is in the description. And I see you guys over there, and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint, PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The escape blueprint, PFP life.